Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Puzzle Agent. Let's continue. We're investigating the accident at the eraser factory. We haven't really made any progress in that investigation at all. And oddly, I don't think we really are going to make too much progress. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do puzzles. So let's talk to Gloria here and
Could I
do the
have a
puzzle
bit
we
more
were
of your
going to
time,
do.
ma'am?
Sure.
Let's do this work puzzle.
Has the factory closure affected business?
Yeah, people tend to hang around here longer now that they aren't going to work. Normally, that'd be a good thing, but I've been pretty distracted.
I see that.
Gloria
Maybe I
is
can
the wife of the manager of the factory, who either was blown up or is fine, or I don't even know. When these three couples walked into the diner, Gloria thought she knew which each would order. She was wrong. Now she's forgotten who gets what. Here's what she does recall. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. Okay, so three couples, and nobody ordered the same thing or anything close. One lady ordered a meal resembling a fish-eating man resembling the fish-eating man next to her. Wait a minute. Nobody ordered a meal looking like their spouse, is what I think that means. Instead of their spouse's order, the lady ordered a meal that looked like the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembles his meal. Only one patron looks like his meal. The hand plate should be set down next to the banana split. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Okay, I see what we're doing. First rule. Nobody ordered a meal looking like their spouse. So they didn't want to eat their spouse. And they're in couples like this. So this guy and this girl and this guy and then this one. All at the same table. And the other rules are only one patron rules. The hand plate should be next to the banana split. So we know that what can't be the case is something like that. Well, maybe. But not something like that, not something like that, not something like that. Alright. Let's see. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to him. So, what it could be is this, and then this one resembles him, and then the other rule, the ham should be next to the banana split there, and that rule, nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse looks like a pig, ham is pig. So that can't be it. So then it has to be instead like this. And see, onion rings, onions, fish, pig, ham, and this is a big buffalo looking guy, so I guess he's the buffalo burger. Yeah, buffalo burger. Even says that. Alright. Next rule is only one patron resembles his meal. And the lady ordered let's see. So the chicken here can't be this guy. It could be this one, but then this one would have to eat the buffalo burger, And this one would have the onion rings. And see, that seems like that would work. But if I switched it around and said the buffalo burger was him, and then this guy ate this, it would look like his spouse, so that can't work. So this has to be the right solution, I think. Try it out. Now the problem here is if you get this wrong, it's not going to give me enough of a hint. Not every patron got what they ordered. So like, now when I go and say give me a hint, it's probably going to give me a useless hint. The onion-headed man loves to eat fish. Alright. I already had that. Give me another hint. The man who ordered the banana splits looks like a banana split. Okay. So that's the one that eats that. And then that means the ham either needs to be like right there. So we know this. Wasn't there something about the fish though? A lady ordered a meal resembling the fish eating man sitting next to her. What? One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. So she had to have eaten that because that's the onion rings. And then ham and chicken. It could be the other way around though. I'm missing something here because any combination of these three still could be the right answer. The ham plate should be set next to the banana split, so that has to be there, and then that leaves this, but then no one ordered one that looked like their spouse, so it has to be like this. This should be it. That's what I said the first time though. And that wasn't like an optional puzzle. That's the other problem that you might run into this game is you'll just constantly run into puzzles you might get stuck on and not be able to move forward in the story. Let's see. Rule 2 says one woman ordered a meal was in the man sitting next to her. The chicken woman is the only woman sitting next to a man besides her spouse, so it must be her since no one else ordered a meal resembling their spouse. So she ordered the onion rings, and the onion man ordered fish, and then I guess you would follow the rest of the rules to figure out the rest.
That wasn't so tough.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
I guess not.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
See, and I guess that was just an optional puzzle. So let's talk to the sheriff. I guess that's what we were supposed to do. Is we weren't supposed to talk to Gloria. We were supposed to talk to the sheriff, I guess.
Hello, Sheriff.
Agent Tethers, good. You're here.
Yeah, listen.
The
I wanted
sheriff's
to
voice
ask
is
you-
pretty
No
bad.
time. I got a hunch about the factory. I got security camera records here of people leaving the factory.
Good. It'd be helpful to talk with whoever left last.
Exactly what I was thinking. I mixed up the photos so we can put them back in the right order.
What?
Why would you do that?
You know how it is.
No, I don't. That's evidence.
Rearrange the Sheriff Boggs photos to show the one in which the factory workers left. Darn it. Okay. What factors do we have here? It seems like it's always going to be nighttime, so the light is on all four of them. And the light here is on all four of them. So I imagine it's simply just going to be the number of footprints. So this guy walks to his car and leaves. And everybody else walks to another location. So this is number... Well, this has to be the last one, doesn't it? Unless some shenanigans are going on. And this guy's walking to his car. And so I think that's the order right there. There's no real reason to linger. We'll just see if it's right. There is a real back and forth on the level of difficulty of these puzzles. Some rather difficult, some incredibly easy.
This should clear things up.
Yeah, that seems about right. Looks like the last one out was Mike Lobb.
You think he might have had something to do with the accident?
Probably. Why don't you head out to the ice fishing huts on Lake Svens? When he's not working, he's usually there trying to dead stick a lunker.
Got it. No, wait. Do what to a what?
Catch some fish. He's got himself a bright orange vest. Can't miss him. Anyway, to get there, you can take the snowmobile out to Sesame Woods. But you'll have to hoof it from there.
So let's question them on these things and then move to the next location, I guess.
What do you know about Glory Davner?
Foreman's wife. Poor girl, she's a sweet kid. Her family has lived in this town for generations.
Maybe she has something to do with the accident.
That's ridiculous.
It could be an insurance...
Now you just leave poor Glory alone. She's having a hard enough time without you getting all accusatory.
What was the name of the factory worker I'm looking for?
The last guy to leave the factory was Mike Lobb. Drive out to Sesame Woods, then walk the trail out to the ice fishing huts.
Is there anything I should know about the Sesame Woods?
Well, they've got the odd wolverine in them.
What?
But they're probably hibernating or migrating or the like.
So no information really from any of that.
I better get back to it.
You betcha.
See, and it's really strange how I'm not really super into this art style or the story, and it's so close to some other art styles and stories that I am kind of into. There's one called Honest Quest that I'm going to eventually cover. Oh, he does have a gun. And it is gnomes. That's what I figured. Gnomes everywhere. There were certain points in a series called Deponia that
The snow must
had
be playing tricks on
kind
my
of
eyes.
that
For
feeling.
a second, I thought I saw... It doesn't matter. I'm on my way to question Mike Lobb at the ice fishing huts. But to get there, I have to go through Sesame Woods. That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
So let's grab this piece of gum. There's a ridiculous amount of gum that's left around. I assume it's because of the massive amount of hints I need. So I can't just click on the ice fishing nuts. I have to go to Sesame Woods. Let's see the next thing. Well, isn't that Mike Lobb right there, frozen? They said he had a bright orange vest. So he didn't even make it to Lake's Fens.
Hello? I think I found Mike Lobb. Man, late 30s. Looks like he froze to death, trying to solve some sort of problem. I'm gonna have a look.
So, somebody just froze to death trying to solve a puzzle. Let me solve the puzzle. Was Mike Lobb following Isaac? Rotate tiles to chart a path from Mike Lobb to the ice fishing hut. But beware, lest the path intersect with one upon which a shadowy figure lurks. Okay, that's some flowery language. So the path can't cross these dark gnomes. I assume he starts here. Alright. So if he goes here, do I have to just make sure these guys don't connect to anything? Because that's kind of easy to do. There might be multiple paths here, though, so might be useful to keep everything completely unconnected to these. Let's see. So we've got a bit of an issue with this one. This 4 connects to this 4, which connects to this 4, which then connects to this 4. And then, so there's a chance he would just walk this way, walk this way, walk this way, and hit him. But to avoid this 4, I'd have to do something like this. And if I did something like that, then it just goes to this 4, which again doesn't really help anything. So how do I block off this path so that this guy and this guy doesn't, like, there's no way that that's not the right position for that. And we could certainly do this. And does that help anything? I think I just need a hint or submit right now. Let's see. I just think the way things are going, submit right now, see if that works, and see if there was any problem with it. Maybe it will give me a hint in that. Take another look. Does your path intersect with a hidden person path? Yes, it does. How do I fix that? Hint. Give me a hint. In order to get the ice hut, you need to pass below the center tile. Alright. So I guess that does disconnect everything this way. Alright. I was just getting a little too frustrated with it. Being a little too quick to hit that submit button. There was a solution there. It was kind of an easy solution too. The safe path is only established when there are no paths that can branch off the main intersections with a shadowy figure. Okay. See, some of these howls needed to be explained
no
first
puzzle's gonna stop me in my tracks.
before we submit, or could submit.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean. Ah!
He's still alive.
They tried to take him. The lock must not.
The lock on the factory door.
Key.
So that's like pretty
What is
clear.
this thing?
Don't open the door.
I think I found something important in the hands of a dead lobster. I'm going to hold on to it for later. The lake with the ice fishing huts is just past the clearing. I'm going to continue on to see if anyone there seems to have this affliction.
Let's see, there's something to look at right there. Now, is there any gum anywhere? It doesn't seem like it.
Found Isaac Davner's ID badge. Looks like he came this way sometime before the accident. Why was Mike Lobb, out here as well?
I can't talk to him. So we have to go forward. This guy's using a screwdriver and something. Isn't this the guy who was repairing the sign before? I believe it was. Let's see, what can we click on? We've got a plant, and then we'll talk to the guy. Well, that's not a plant, that's fish.
Found some freshly caught fish out on the lake. Looks like something has started eating them before they've been cooked.
See, I'm starting to wonder if maybe the thing is we're not going to use any of these items that we're finding, or we're going to use them at the very end for like what is going to feel like one big puzzle. That's the only thing that kind of makes sense. Let's talk to this guy.
Mr. Scruffman.
You following me, boy?
No, sir.
You look like a lost puppy. Go home, puppy.
I can't leave until I get that factory back open. I have a few more questions for you.
Of course you do.
Is this your hut? It's nice.
Nope.
Oh. Well, what are you doing then?
Fixing stuff. That's my job. Lots of stuff getting broke lately.
Things get broken on these huts a lot?
Everything gets broken a lot. Keeps me busy. Don't get any ideas. I just do my job.
I understand you have a thing for Mrs. Davner.
No, sir. Just think she's pretty. I expect you do as well.
Where were you on the night of the accident?
Busy. You accusing me of something?
I'm just asking. It's part of my job to be thorough.
I was working at the hotel.
Okay, see? That was easy. You had to go through the woods to get here. Didn't you see a guy freezing on a tree stump?
Yep.
Why didn't you help him?
He didn't ask. Best not to interfere with acts of nature.
So you just let a guy die out there?
Had nothing to do with it. The cold will creep right up on you.
Let's ask him about his alibi.
where were you on the night of the accident again?
Working at the hotel.
So apparently no information is gained here.
Thanks for your help. Goodbye. Mr. Scruffman claims he was working the night of the accident. I'm headed over to the hotel to check out his story now.
So it's telling us very directly we need to go back to the hotel, which is somewhat helpful. I suppose I could also go back to the factory and just try and use the thing and unlock the factory. That would kind of make sense too. It seems we'd be a little limited if it was just these 3 or 4 locations, but I wouldn't particularly be surprised if that's the case. Let's talk to this guy and see if he's got a new puzzle for us.
Hello again, Mr. Bjorn.
Yeah.
Let's ask about Gloria and the repairman.
Do you know Randall Scruffman?
I do. He's a good man. Good stuff.
Despite his stock, you think he could have had anything to do with the accident at the factory?
Why don't you just let things run their course? Accidents happen, Mr. Tethers.
So, Randall Scruffman.
He's a valuable member of this community, and that'll be enough of you trying to say otherwise.
Okay.
Do you think Glory Davner's capable of violence? So that's a no. What was that? Heard a crash and a scream coming from inside the inn. Going inside to see what happened. I hope I won't need backup.
That was an
I heard a
interesting
scream.
trigger.
Is everything okay in here?
The pipe on the fireplace! I turned my back on it for 1 second and boom!
Okay, don't panic. I'm sure we can find a way to fix it.
So I just got shoved into a puzzle. Rotate tiles to reconstruct the wood stove's flue before the lobby fills with smoke. The stovepipe may split, but all the sections must rejoin on the way to the chimney. Alright. So this is ridiculous.
What the heck was that?
Hurry, it's getting away!
Saw a thing. It stole some pipe. Going after it.
So nice integration of the puzzle element to others.
Checking out.
Oh my, but what about my furnace? You're all done?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be calling in the FBI's Gnome Squad. Or the National Guard, or the... someone better equipped to handle your situation.
Oh, I see. Guess I'll be needing to call the sheriff then and let him know.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the sheriff told me to give him a buzz the moment you left town.
Why would the sheriff assume I was leaving so soon?
Oh, I couldn't say. So, will that be on a credit card, or should I just send the bill to Uncle Sam?
What is Sheriff Bog hiding? And that lock. It's on the outside of the door. On second thought, I better stick around. See this through.
Oh, great. Hot dish all around.
I think the sheriff wants me out of town. And what is the deal with that gear I found on Mike Lobb?
For a second there, I thought it was just going to end the first game right here.
I need to see a man about a furnace pipe.
Like, that was a little scary. I mean, when we look here, there's still a decent amount of puzzles listed. I mean, we may be somewhere close to maybe the halfway point, but we couldn't be at the end. We've only solved 15 puzzles. Even if we're at the halfway point, that would only be 30 in the game. Let's look at our journal and see how that's improved. Not by much either. 10. So that was a very interesting sequence of going into a puzzle and it actually being a cutscene, and then going in from the cutscene into another cutscene. Almost feeling like we were going to end the entire game there, and then we'd have to maybe play Puzzle Agent 2 to actually finish the story. And that's one of the things I'm hoping they didn't do in this game, but knowing Telltale, that's what they did a lot of times, is they would just end one episode of a game and then say, come back for the next episode if you want the real ending of the story. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.